This is our story about how we left hectic business lives to go sailing with Frida Visby and our cat Litsa. Our goal is to sail the Mediterranean Sea. We travel to get new views, experiences, meet new people. This is a journey to gain new skills, be mindful and increase happiness. Captain Anders, First Mate Gitte, the captain Litsa, and our boat Frida Visby. Today is the start of our biggest adventure. If you have questions about our trip or our boat, please leave a comment below.
Half a museum.
In the last episode we started our adventure and sailed from Venborg to the Danish island Bornholm. And in this episode we are heading back to Sweden, to Ystad, the city where we first arrived in Sweden when we, in the worst corona lockdown period, sailed Frida Visby for the first time, and we sailed her from Yarmouth, where we bought her in Isle of Wight of UK, to Sweden. So why are we going back? Sådär, då har vi lämnat Rönne och är på väg mot...
Jag äter rönnemat.
Jag äter rönnemat. Jag har varit inom fiskaffären
Och fiskat.
Jag fiskade ju i fiskaffären.
Det är lätt att sätta på något.
Så där har vi lite stekt rödspätta och där är Bornholms specialitet stekt saltsill och så potatissallad. The captain just turned fisherman.
Men Bornholm är ju känt för sitt lax. Det är hit man åker om man ska fiska lax. Det är lite sent på säsongen egentligen.
The previous episodes I told you a little bit about Vikings, but I didn't tell you that Frida, name of our boat, is an ancient Norse name derived from the Norse word frid, which meant beloved or the beautiful. Frid exists today and means peaceful. The earliest record of the name Frida is from the year 1388. But this sail was the essence of the modern meaning of the word peaceful. Look at the pictures and enjoy, because we really enjoy this sail. Central Boundary, northeast of Route 8.
From Sweden traffic. Here and see you tomorrow morning. And please, money. Yes. Okay, 1 hour for arrival. Go to the station, channel 1.
Time for some facts about Skåne. Skåne covers 3% of Sweden and it's the most southern landscape. The population is 1.3 million. Prince Oscar is the Duke of Skåne. The main city Malmö is the third largest city in Sweden. The Öresund bridge to Denmark is 15.9 kilometers and it's opened in July 2000. Common daisy, or prästkrage in Swedish, is the landscape flower of Skåne. Now when you got some facts of Skåne, let me show you some personal glimpses of different places and events in Skåne that have a special place in my life. Malmö is where I worked most of my life, and I lived in Helsingborg before we decided to sail. Bro was the closest to beach to where I lived, and this is my kayak. The ruin in Ramlösa was just a short walk away. This farm belongs to Erik and Anna's father, and I lived there before. Söderåsen is one of our favorite hiking places, and Anna used to compete for Ängelholm. Vad ska du nu, gumman?
Men det blir ju ingen mer leverpastej då.
Va? Var leverpastejen slut?
Då är det ingen idé att vara här.
Vad ska du då hitta på? Ja. Vad ska du då hitta på?
Jag tror att Rauten har hittat Sverige.
Du är ut som en seglarkatt. Ja, vad vill du nu? Vill du ner?
Vi styr rätt på Ystad, men tyvärr så kommer vi ju. Vi skulle behöva några grader till. Men som det är just nu så.
Om inte det smyger huk 4 vi har där. Borde det va?
Det kan det nog vara. Är det inte Sandhammaren då? Om den är snett fram om styrbord. Ungefär 30 grader om styrbord.
Ja.
Då är det Sandhammaren.
Okej. Och vi är längre österut än vad jag trodde.
Vi kom ju strykande precis längs med.
Ja, det. Ja.
Så kan det gå när man blir styrd av vinden.
Så kan det vara. During the day in the light winds, we had not been able to keep our course. So we reached Sweden further east than we was planning for. So the planned short jump actually took quite some time, but it was so peaceful and wonderful that we didn't want to start the engine. That's why now when we are starting to see Ystad in the distance, it's quite dark. Actually, it was pitch dark before we arrived there. I have a fun fact about Ystad. Ystad is a very old town. It was founded in the 11th century, as so many of the cities in Skåne, when fishermen settled down in the mouth of the creek Vassaån to have easy access to the abundant herring fish. Fick ni en promenad?
Nej, vi står
Ja,
där.
det fanns en parkering precis på.
Perfekt. Ja.
Så det står riktigt nära.
Kom ombord.
Så bara se till så allting är ordentligt nedkört.
Ja, vi ligger ganska nära kajen tror jag.
Ja, nu gör ni det. Bara det att jag...
Sen där är kajen hög.
Ja,
Ja, men det är här i Ystad. Här är höga kajer. Plus att jag tror den här är ännu högre än...
Ja, det är ju egentligen till.
Tjena, tjena! Men hej Litsa! Ja.
Så. Good morning. This is second morning in Ystad. And we are going to eat breakfast and then we are going to cross the lines and go towards Kiel. It will be another long sail of about, I think it was about 160 nautical miles. So, but right now enjoying the calm. Small fishing boat just past me, sitting out here with the cat. Litsa. Yesterday we were up in Helsingborg and I left the key to my apartment, and we met my mother for the first time in many months. Due to Corona I haven't visited her, and she had been in the hospital and just come home, so it was good to see her home again. And now there will be another long period before I can see her again. And but my sister was there and taking care of her, so really good. Thank you, Andy. And later in the evening they came on a visit to see the boat, so it was also good that we managed to squeeze that in before we left for the Med. Calm morning here in Ystad. This is the marina part of the harbor. And then you have a small corner where the fishing boats are. There, behind the rescue boat. And then on the other side of this pier is actually just a kind of middle basin, and then there is the ferry harbor and the industrial harbor on the other side of that big ugly building.
Good morning. We are planning to leave Ystad to go to Kiel to get to the North Sea Channel, or Kiel Canal as we call it in Sweden. And the wind today is like, they haven't really decided if it's going to be southeast or southwest, or a little bit strange weather, so I'm looking into the weather. But it looks to be a nice trip, even if it's going to be a little shifty.
Yeah. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Feeling on the altar, so we have a long walk to where the facilities are. We're going to pay, or rather going to get some money back, because we paid for 1 day more than we need. There's a nice beach here next to the harbor, not that big but quite nice. And here is a restaurant which is a bit expensive but really good food. A nice view over the harbor. As usual, when you are close to your home town, we have not been up to the city center, which is in there, but it's a very cute city center with old houses, famous from the books and movies with the crime detective Wallander, if you heard of him. This is where he works and operates in the fictive crime world. This is the Skeppsändan. It's a local chandlery, and it's known to have a lot of stuff and be quite cute. So we're going in and have a look. Smells of tar. Very cute. little bit more modern design. Har du sett den här? Den är lite mer modern här. Ja, fast inte mässing. It feels like a mixture between a chandlery and a museum. Great place. Now we have seen it. What do you think?
I think it's one of the more different ones that I've been in. Most of the ones that when you come in, you know exactly what you can expect. But here, it's half a museum. They sell a lot of old stuff in combination with new stuff. So it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, and lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff.